Does anyone here like potato salad?
I love
Yes.
potato salad.
Good.
It's okay.
Oh, I love it. I love it. What's the weirdest thing people make at like Thanksgiving or something that you like that no one else does?
Oh man.
First of all, wait. Even more important question. Very controversial. We'll judge our relationship from here on out. Do you call it dressing or do you call it stuffing?
I call it stuffing.
Thank you.
It should be stuffing,
Thank
not
you.
dressing.
Dressing is like ranch. Or
Yeah.
like
Dressing
it's
is
something
liquid.
condiment.
Here's the thing. I understand why it's called dressing.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But considering the fact that when I make it for Thanksgiving, I stuff a turkey's crevice full of that breadcrumb celery goodness.
Mm-hmm.
It's stuffing.
Yeah. It's stuffing to me. It's just always been stuffing.
Is like a southern
Stuffing,
northern
stuffing.
thing, or is like what is the difference
No,
of dressing?
it's definitely more of a southern thing because up north, like my family in Minnesota and I think in Alaska they call it stuffing, but they're also from Texas initially.
Right.
But in Minnesota they call it dressing.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
I
was saying,
think it's a northern.
I'm from the West Coast, and everyone there calls it stuffing.
What, you call it dressing?
I call it stuffing.
Okay. Yeah.
She's just slang.
I
about
never
Minnesota.
really thought about it, you know?
No,
Like,
it bothers me every time because I like my family split and like half the time they'll say dressing, half the time they'll say stuffing, and it's just one of those small pet peeves that I'm just like.
All
All right.
Serious question.
No, wait, what's your question?
Shoot up. If
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving food.
Okay.
Overhyped.
Oh.
Yes.
Food? No. I love it.
Some of it's really good, some of it's just
So-
like,
I could
I
live
have
my
this.
entire life.
My
without
family
cranberry
makes this
sauce.
phenomenal like sweet potato dish. It's like a casserole. It's got like a sweet crust. And it's literally
Oh
you're eating
yeah, the
dessert.
crust
Do
is
you,
what.
do, you, do you guys make the ones with the marshmallows on top?
I think so.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so good.
Wait. No, it's like it's made as a side for your dinner, but it just
Right.
tastes like dessert.
The traditional yams typically have some kind of marshmallow or something.
Yams. You call
I
it
don't-
yams over sweet potatoes?
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Ah,
There's a
okay.
difference.
There's
a difference.
That's weird to me.
But
Yams is odd.
It's like got this crispy top. It's like they like my mom like used like some kind of like some crisp thing. I don't know what
Right.
it is, but it's like it's phenomenal.
Why do
And,
you
like,
Why do you ask Ethan whether?
My entire life, because my parents, fantastic cooks. My family just they go down on
Well.
holidays, and
they go down on holidays?
and well,
Every
I,
episode.
my mother's Filipino and Filipina, and it's a great multicultural thing.
Sure.
Of Thanksgiving food means I get all that turkey, I get all pop up 20-pound turkey, get the stuffing, get the cranberry sauce, get the yams, get everything like that. I'll get the mashed potatoes and gravy, everything. My mom makes this great Brussels sprout, like Brussels sprout pecan, like vegetable medley. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
But this last time, I realized that I'm like, it's so much preparation, so much work, so much mandatory like societal pressure for like a $500 meal,
Yeah.
right? Like,
yeah.
And here's my other issue with Thanksgiving that I think makes me hate it more now.
Yeah.
The timing of it. Why isn't Thanksgiving in like March, or why isn't it in like July to help spread it out? Because we have two of our biggest feast holidays
Yeah.
Back to back.
back to back.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're getting more secular of a thing, but we can't
Well,
get Christmas.
think about when Thanksgiving as a holiday was started. It was by
FDR.
Abraham Lincoln.
Sure.
Abraham
You said
Lincoln-
two different presidents.
Abraham Lincoln signed it in, like made it like a physical
yeah.
thing for morale, but
And
it became like the thing it is today, like once like 1900s. But yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
Abraham Lincoln made it. A
It's
thing.
like it was all political play. Just
Yeah.
so it's like, yeah, it makes sense. Like
It-
financially, like towards the summer.
time of year too of bounty and harvest, but we live in like a postmodern world. Like
Yeah.
we don't need to worry about harvests for like foodstuffs, and it's just like I would rather have a day off, like that week of that October break, or not October, the Thanksgiving break, be able to visit family, gonna go eat a bunch of food like sometime in the summer, have Thanksgiving maybe in the spring, rather than have it. Okay, literally, like, because the fall's so booked for me. I literally, September's my birthday, October's Halloween and fall break, November's Thanksgiving.
We're all September birthdays here.
We are.
all
We
the
literally
same
are.
week.
Except you.
I'm a Cancer.
Yeah, get
I
out of
actually,
here.
I was thinking about it the other day because I was like, we're
Oh,
all
woman
September,
out.
and I was like, when's Shrode's though? You're
July.
July. Yeah,
Yeah.
July.
July.
8th or 10th, I want to say. Was it 10th or 8th?
Eighth.
Eighth, yeah.
I just looked it up like
Sad.
yesterday. I told you.
Her birthday's on our 5-month.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Y'all's dates. What
Oh,
was
man.
y'all's? The 2-month fell on the 20. Or,
The-
or-
the
or-
during the live stream,
Live
yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very good.
Okay, but on topic of food, just want to say I have a point of contention. We need to talk about this.
Let's go for it.
chicken salad
Okay.
versus tuna salad.
Don't even. They're not
versus
comparable.
potato salad.
I don't have a
What?
texture in
What is this?
Versus
What is
Cobb
this?
salad.
What? Get out of here. One of them's a side. Two of them are actual dishes,
One's
and one
deplorable.
One of them's
I do
deplorable.
not mess with tuna salad.
What?
No,
No, get
listen.
out of
Okay,
here.
it's a texture
Look at me.
thing.
No, listen. I bought a sandwich at Bilo, the communications
Sure.
building yesterday, and I bought.
That
it
was your first mistake, but go on.
Yeah.
It was overpriced, so overpriced.
Yes.
But I was hungry and I had a screening and I needed it.
Sure,
so I
sure.
bought it and I unwrapped it. I was like, yes, chicken salad. I opened it and for a second it looked like tuna salad. The actual sight of it like made my stomach turn over, and I was like, I have to eat this regardless. I took a bite. I was like, oh, thank God, it is chicken salad. Like
Okay.
it was actually to the point of starvation where I was
So-
like, "Ew, I have to eat tuna
So that,
salad.
that
I don't
actually,
like tuna. Tuna
that points me.
nasty.
That brings me
It's the
to
rat
a
of the
big
ocean.
point. This is the real question: is how do you eat your chicken salad?
Right.
Do you like your chicken salad
Yes, I do.
chunky,
Oh.
or do you like it like
Oh, like a paste.
like a paste?
Ugh, no.
No, it has to be like very thin strips of chicken, like very small pieces of chicken, all like together, so it's
Yeah.
just like easily spread.
No, yeah, but it's not like a paste.
No,
It's like,
well, like paste is like a bad word to describe what I'm trying to.
So if I'm cooking my chicken salad,
Yes.
I'm an old man. I make in bulk.
yeah,
so I get a
you
bowl.
have to make it in bulk.
No, sure,
'cause it's
sure.
just like it's something you eat for like a week.
So I get the celery, I get the onions, I get the,
Yeah.
I get the mayonnaise, I get the chicken, whatever, and I just mash that chicken up until it's like just like very small, very
Disintegrated, yeah.
disintegrated. The other thing, then mix it up in this giant, massive bowl, saran wrap
Yeah.
it, and then just I get my bread, get my rolls, whatever, just throw it on there. That's my chicken salad. I'm
Yeah, you
not
gotta
one of
get
these guys.
toasted.
I don't fuck with that like really chunky. No.
Like the stuff they sell on campus. Ugh.
That's what I'm saying. It's so chunky.
disappointing.
It's so chunky.
It's like,
I
no,
might
I
as well
wouldn't
get a
eat
can of Tyson's chicken and just
the
put mayonnaise in
stuff
it.
they actually serve in Bilo though, it's a mix of like chicken salad with like kind of almost not potato salad in the fact that it's just like it's got like potato chunks in it, and I think it works well. That's
Potato
just-
chunks and chicken salad.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting,
How
actually.
do you guys feel about grapes in chicken salad?
I love a fruit
It's
in a
odd to
chicken
me.
salad. Apples, grapes, nuts.
Apples.
Nuts for sure.
Beautiful.
It's a welcome surprise.
It's so good.
I don't
No,
like-
I love the like burst of sweetness when you're eating it. It's just like
I
A little
don't.
crunch?
I'm not like
A little crunch,
I'm not
too.
like for it 100%. But if it's in it, go for it. The thing for me, like where it's like savory meets fruity, it's like pineapple on pizza. I was huge against it about a year ago. My friend finally took me out
I
of
can't
Maine to
do
get
it.
it.
What about pizza on pineapple?
That's the real.
Podcast number 2.
That's the real play.
Podcast number 2.
we make a pineapple pizza.
Have you guys
It's
ever seen those pineapple
that
cutters?
slice?
No, have not.
Slice of pineapple.
my
Put
mom
your
has
layer
one.
of cheese.
My mom has like a pineapple cutter where you like cut the top off, like where the leaves come
Yeah.
out,
Right.
and then you put like this thing, and it just like it's like looks like a
you
torture
just, like,
tool.
turn it?
You twist it
Yep,
through, and
yep.
it like
This thing
cuts
is so
it.
It
nice.
decors it,
It's
yeah.
great. Yeah, it's
Because
great.
it's like whenever you have to cut your own pineapple, it's such a
It
frustration.
sucks.
And it's so wasteful because it's like cutting off like all these chunks and just like all this good pineapple.
No,
going away.
and the other issue too is like you never get all of the shell off kind
Yeah.
of thing, so you're always kind of picking the chunks out. But I am a fan though, not on the core. There's something about fruit that not on the pineapple core, not on the mango pit. I'm a big fan of that. I don't know what it is.
What do you mean?
You know when you like decore the pineapple, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
get the middle part out, and there's all that flesh on the outside. Just
well, it's like making a
nibbling on
stock,
it.
you know. It's
Yeah.
like if you get the flavor of it, you just don't get the mastication of it.
Exactly. Sure.
No, it's good stuff. Definitely. Why'd you bring up Thanksgiving food in the first place, though? Like, are you like overall like over against it hyped? I mean, you were like going on a small rant, but you were like more saying like the hallmark.
Well,
stuff
here's
about
my
it.
other question. So I people blew my minds. People are eating ham on Thanksgiving.
I
It-
wish.
No,
I know people who
We've
are
had ham on
like,
Thanksgiving.
I know people. Yeah,
I flip flop with my family. Like my family flip.
no, it doesn't. It's not a substitute
never,
for turkey. But
never.
you can have
Oh, you can
ham.
have ham as well. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a
never in my life. Like and not until I came to Texas, people are like, oh yeah, I have ham on Thanksgiving, and I'm like, what are you on about? Like, we don't like turkey, and I'm like, you're not doing it right.
You don't
Yeah,
like
yep.
turkey?
You
No,
have
they
to.
people
I
know
like
friends
turkey.
like
Oh,
that.
yeah, but like,
No, I'm saying, yeah. How is
do
that
you-
possible?
Well, I mean, like, if you cook your turkey bad, which is so easy to do,
It is,
it's,
but-
it's not fun.
But
it's
turkey
like-
well made is one of the best
It's
meats. Like
so
it's the American bird,
good.
but
Yeah.
B, there's so much
should have
meat
been
and it's
the turkey.
right.
So
It should have been honestly,
It should have been.
and they're just so large. Like,
What did you say? The turkey should have been the national bird.
No, yeah, it was
Yeah.
going to be.
It was
couldn't
gonna
be
be.
because
It was going to
we
be.
can't
We
kill it
can't
though.
eat the national bird.
but again, Thanksgiving wasn't a thing until Abe Lincoln
Yeah,
made it a thing.
fair
So
enough.
we had a solid 150-year run where it was.
Yeah, because it was
Free
all
game.
political move just to keep the union together, which failed.
Yeah. right.
And now we have this
Too
great
soon.
holiday. Yay.
Too
Hey,
soon.
so if you could move, Ethan, if you could move
We
Thanksgiving,
need we need
to anywhere
Thanksgiving
else in the
part
year,
2 now.
If you could move Thanksgiving to anywhere else in the
Cal
calendar,
likes
where
it.
would you want to put it?
I would put it in.
I can't get behind you putting it in summer. That's like too hot. It's just like
I would put it in March.
But we have spring break.
Spring break has to be in April. I want spring break the first week of April, right before, so that way
On a
spring,
I think
semester
Thanksgiving
basis-
should might as well be in
The semester
spring break.
basis, though, it just makes more sense. If anything, I think we should move Thanksgiving maybe back a month into like October. Like no one.
no,
really-
but it fucks with Halloween.
Yeah, fuck
Halloween's
Halloween.
not a real holiday,
But
though.
real schools, unlike us, real schools get a week off in October for fall break.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
that's true.
they just get the 3 days for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. They just get 3
See,
days
that makes sense
Thanksgiving.
though, because in like a semester basis, I think like Thanksgiving's
Mhm.
pretty much close to the
Check
divider.
this. It's like the back-to-back Thanksgiving, Halloween.
Right.
Like Thanksgiving first night, next night Halloween.
Oh, debauchery.
Everyone goes out, and it's like you got the leftovers.
Oh, that's
And
lit.
candy.
Oh, I can get behind. All right, let's start a petition.
Yeah.
I'd move it to-
Get Thanksgiving
I'd move it
moved
to
to the night
October.
before, so that way Halloween is the eve
Yeah.
of.
Thanksgiving is the eve of All
I
Saints
can move
Day.
that to.
Here's the only issue with that in terms of getting everyone on board.
Yeah.
The markets, right? Like
Yeah.
think about all of the
No, it fucks things up.
supermarkets. They adore Halloween. You have to buy all decorations. You have to decorate your house. That. By the way, can we talk about that? Like suburbia and having homeowning, how you're forced essentially. You're like degraded by everyone else in your community.
Okay, so I live in a suburb that refuses to celebrate Halloween.
Really?
It's because it's populated by old people. Basically.
Sure,
It's
sure.
an old person neighborhood.
Right.
So it's like they're all asleep by 9:00.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's nowhere to go if you want to go trick or treating.
I'm slowly watching my parents turn to that. Like they used to go all out. They used to decorate. Like well, they still decorate.
Yeah.
But they used to be like up all night. They'd go do candy runs. Like okay, Jen, I'm gonna go watch the house while I go buy more candy, whatever. Like etc. Now they're like, we will buy one bag.
That's what happens when you like have
Yeah,
a
at
neighborhood with kids in it.
Yeah.
But like at least they went through the burst of like they actually tried. Like they're
Yeah.
the people that just never do. And I'm just,
I mean, in their defense, I'm the only kid, and I'm
Sure.
in college now, so they're jaded.
Sure.
they're older. They're like, I'm done. But I just love that they're like, we bought the one bag. When we're done with this bag, we turn the lights off. We close up shop. But I can get behind that though.
I wish I lived in a neighborhood where I could like have trick or treating.
Dude, trick or treating for me
It'd be nice.
was the most hype experience
It was
because
great.
my buddies and I would go play manhunt afterwards.
Well, I'm not saying I haven't trick or treat. I'm not
Sure.
saying that.
No,
I've
I'm
done
saying
it.
though is
I
like
just went to a different neighborhood.
here's an experience none of you will ever have because you guys grew out of it. Trick or treating on a military base, because military bases are perfect like socialist communities with like, but they're also like perfectly segregated based off of rank, pay. Like you can go anywhere in a military on base housing community and know based off of what house it is, what rank that man makes, like what rank that person is, and how much they make.
Oh,
So
man.
yeah, no,
Oh,
it led for some intense bullying as kids because you'd go like, oh, your dad's only an airman, what's up with that? Oh, your dad's a master. Like kids would kind of group up together, officer kids, and what's even better is the commander of the base lives in a giant mansion, like a 4-story mansion with like a DEF CON room, and it's like it's always called Freedom Way, like for Freedom Avenue or whatever, and it's a street and it has like a beautiful fountain in the middle with like 3 massive houses with a giant mansion in the middle, 2 other houses for his like second in commands, you know, on the sides, and it's just like that's the house you wanted to hit up first because it's just massive candy bars, like it was lit.
That's awesome.
And then you work your way down, right? So like the smaller houses, you knew for a fact it was like you're gonna get Tootsie Rolls, you're gonna get like lollipops. You go to like my area, which is like Master Sergeant area, and that's like, you know, that's like the middle class of the military. So you're gonna get like, you know, you're gonna get like the Snicker bars, you're gonna get like the a bunch of the tiny, you know, the tiny guys, maybe some nerds. But then you want to hit the officer housing because officer housing, that's where you're gonna get like the nerd rope. You're gonna get the hookup,
Full
right?
size Hershey's
Yep.
and Crunch bars.
Actually get the hookup. And then it was great because you're on this contained area. So it's like once you're done doing the rounds, you take your mask off, so you have a different costume, they'll recognize you, so you do the other round with your with your bag, and you stocked up on candy. It's like, all right, time for manhunt. And midnight manhunt on Halloween was lit because on the military base, there's lots of places to hide.
Yep.
There's but you know, old aircraft hangars that are like not in use. There's old, you know, shacks in the stores and like random silos you shouldn't be in. And you just, as a kid, you just mess around, just go on. But the best year was 2012.
What kind of 80s kids movie, like teen drama is this?
That was my life. That was like living in England on a military base, like this tiny community. The way the neighborhood's built out, like, essentially it's all like rectangles and rectangles is the best way I can put it. And the new neighborhood, like where we all live, that's where, like the one they built up, was like in the bottom right of like the entire complex of the base. and the dead center of the base was the old neighborhoods, right? It was this massive, sprawling, old wooden houses and kind of garbage. And essentially, the year I was going to move, we were going to demolish. They were going to demolish them, right? Mm-hmm. So it was like, this is my last year in England. This is the year we're going to hang out. And there were all these houses, and they were all just like covered up with tape, but all the doors were gone because they were going to demolish all of them. So all the doors and windows were taken out. So it was great because on Halloween night, there's just this entire neighborhood that's all blocked off by fence.
Awesome.
That's just empty house after empty house, but there'd be stuff left in there, people who didn't take everything out.
Yeah.
There'd be cabinets and fridges and stuff like that. So it'd just be, go hang out. And I'm so mad I didn't have any film equipment then, because that would have been the best place to film.
Apocalyptic Central. Oh, that would have been so great.
I know.
Like, it's crazy to me, as you were describing that, I was putting myself in my kid's perspective. I was like, that would have been lit. That would have been like the time of my life. But then I was like, but if I was a teenager, that would have led to nothing but bad things.
No, exactly.
It's like that scene from Boyhood.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah, you're
Throwing the bottle against the wall, and then no one dies.
Right? Isn't that scene set up for you to think that someone's gonna die?
Yeah, someone's gonna get like seriously injured.
The scene starts off with them throwing like a shuriken at a wall, and instead nothing goes wrong.